Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, of course. Peace of a salutation to the hopeful elect, kings and priests who are out there bringing out this word in sincerity and in truth and host of salvation. At the return of our Lord and Savior Yahushai when he comes and redeem his elect from the four corners of the wind. Brother Amawan from the Great Millstone Branch, Los Angeles. And I'm back here with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I have an article here I would like to share with brothers and sisters, concerning the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's plagues, that he's bringing upon the earth. Now, the Lord is bringing all types of plagues around the earth. You got mice out there in Australia going crazy. You got a shortage of, you got fires happening. You got drought right now. You got floods happening. You got freaking aqueducts drying up, lakes drying up, record number of heat. 100 degrees at 8 in the morning type shit. That's not a normal occurrence. The things that is happening to Babylon the Great is unprecedented. It's a biblical proportions, they say. A time like never before as we're approaching. So here from the economiccollapseblog.com, 5 bizarre new plagues that have made headlines in the United States within the last 30 days. Check this out. I don't have scriptures lined up, but I just got a few off the dome. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. I'm going to be more into the article than pulling the scripts. But you know how I go. However the Spirit had me, I'm going to just go into it. Lord willing, this is edifying. But June 28, 2021 by Michael Snyder. It says, everywhere you look, things are getting weird, and I don't mean that in a good way. Throughout all of our ups and downs over the decades, one thing that our society could always count on for a certain degree of consistency was nature. But now nature is going haywire at the same time that the very fabric of our society seems to be unraveling all around us. In this article, I'm going to share with you a number of items that have been brought to my attention over the past month. On their own, each one of these items is unusual, but the fact that so many really strange things are all happening simultaneously is definitely cause for alarm. So the Most High is bringing plagues upon the world like he did in Egypt. In this article, I'm not even going to bring in stories from the rest of the globe. For example, right now, a horrific plague of mice is causing massive problems in Australia. Perhaps I will talk about this in a future article, yada, yada, yada. Now, brothers, that's been going on for the past 2 months now. You got major grasshoppers chewing up fields. You got massive mice just running around rampant out there in Australia, taking out crops and so on and so forth. This is the Most High sending these plagues upon the world that he created. All right, because the inhabitants thereof have distorted the earth. All right, they took the resources out of the earth. They don't treat the earth by the divine law of the Most High. Esau, Edom. Let's keep going. It says the following are 5 bizarre new plagues that have made headlines in the United States within the last 30 days. A plague of rattlesnakes. Now, before I read, I just started talking to girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. She lives in an area, nice area here in California, but there's been a lot of rattlesnakes. And it's funny because I just read this article this morning, and that was the first one that they pointed out. And she's telling me that they had to cut the bushes down because rattlesnakes are just popping up in different locations, around the apartments and stuff like that. So what this article is saying is actually true. Now, it's happening in different parts of Cali, but it's hitting everywhere. A plague of rattlesnakes, number 1. The endless mega drought in our western states is having a lot of unexpected consequences, and this includes a plague of rattlesnakes. According to the Daily Mail, rattlesnakes have been moving into our urban areas in California in large numbers because of the exceeding dry conditions. Now, I'm not going to read all this, but snakes is popping up. You got a plague of rattlesnakes. It says here, Lynn Ramirez, I had to pause the video, brothers. Lynn Ramirez catches rattlesnakes for a living, and he says that they're being found everywhere at this point. Lynn Ramirez stalked through the dry landscape, scanning the ground ahead, searching for movement. Called out to an estate in Napa Valley, the owner of Ramirez Rattlesnake Removal Company was finishing up his last job on another busy day wrangling, removing and relocating snakes from homes across northern Cali. He found 3 in just this yard, including one nested roughly 1,000 yards from the pool. So they popping up in potted plants, children playgrounds, equipment and all that stuff. It says according to Ramirez, there have been jobs that have required him to remove more than 60 snakes at a time. So you got a plague of rattlesnakes that's hitting this place. Here's number 2, a plague of grasshoppers. It says, just to get the meat off this, federal officials are extremely concerned and they are gearing up for their largest grasshopper killing campaign since the 1980s. Here it is, a punishing drought in the U.S. West is drying up waterways, sparking wildfires, and leaving farmers scrambling for water. Next up, a plague of ferocious grasshoppers, man. Hey, man, this is Egypt all over again. The Most High Yahweh Shemi Awashai is visiting this place to where Esau got to go back into his bag and go on a killing campaign that he did in the 80s, man. But this is something that he's not going to be able to control. Number 3, birds dropping dead in very large numbers. Get the point. In India, unusual bird deaths have now been reported in 15 different counties, and authorities have absolutely no idea why this is happening. Why is it happening? Because Esau, all right, along with all the other nations that follow Esau, they're spraying chemtrails. They have bad food, all right. They have GMO seeds, and the birds is dropping. Whales are bleaching themselves. Animals are going extinct. It's because of this damn devil, man. This man gotta go, man. That's why the Most High is sending plagues upon this world, and he's jacking this devil up to the point he got to go in his bag, use all his money, to stop these plagues. Luke 21:10, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. And we're witnessing all this: famines, lack of food, food shortages, water shortages, a drought. Okay, each and every day we're in another hot week of Cali that's expected to be over 100 degrees consecutively. Yesterday it was like 115, man. Last week it was 115, like consecutive days. Then you got this pestilences, that's this outbreak. Esau, man, it's so many things happening in this world, man. The Most High is hitting this place from all angles, man. So you got birds dropping down. I'm not going to read all this, Lord willing. I'll post this in the description box. You got unprecedented flooding in Detroit. A massive storm last Friday turned I-94 into a lake and caused horrific flooding in both Detroit and Dearborn. Many areas remain underwater as I write this article, and police are warning people not to play in the water because there's a good chance that it contains raw sewage. So those people out there. Historic rainfall on Friday caused power outages in Metro Detroit. At least 1,000 cars abandoned as highways filled up with water and countless flooded residential basements in the area. So this is historic. This water has debris, sharp metals, submerged cars, gasoline, and oil flowing in it. There's also a good chance that there is sewage also in the water. In other words, it's gross. So it smells like shit out there. Imagine when more water pipes and more things start happening to this place. Esau, hey, he's still got to repair for the flooding that happened in Houston. Shit that happened in Puerto Rico. All these types of events is knocking out, Esau's power, like the weather event that happened in Texas. The Most High is hitting this place from all angles, man. The worst heat wave to ever hit the Northwest. We have just seen the highest temperature that has ever been recorded in the city of Portland. The same thing is true for Seattle. Same thing is true for dozens of other cities in the Northwest. In fact, the little community of Lithian in British Columbia actually just recorded the hottest temperature in the history of Canada. It's hot out this thing, man. This unprecedented heat wave is being caused by an absolutely massive heat dome. No, the Most High is hitting this place. Okay? It says, and CBS News meteorologist Jeff Berardelli said that there is only a 1 in a 10,000 plus chance 10,000 plus chance that something like this could happen, man. So it's a rare phenomenon of what's happening. But the people don't consider their ways like, damn, the Most High is doing this because they don't believe in the Most High. That's why the Lord is bringing these plagues. Unfortunately, this heat dome looks like it's going to be around for a while. It's here, man, because the Most High is drying up crops. You know, He's drying up these things. You know, because we're in that time that the Most High is judging this place, man, straight up and down. You know, Most High, he is, man, hitting this place from left, right, showing the signs that, yo, I'm the one doing this. I'm the one that's bringing plagues upon the world. Okay? Second Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I have put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. A lack of food due to these droughts. You know, then you got the plague of mice, the plague of rattlesnakes. Those eat crops. Ferocious grasshoppers, man. All right, let alone you're gonna have more fires starting. You know, we ain't even fully into the summer yet. You know, it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So it's a rightful thing that this is coming to this place. Just look at how America is behaving itself. They're practicing the same things as Sodom and Gomorrah. Look what the hell Lil Nas X was doing last night. Well, two nights ago. I didn't watch it. I seen brothers upload the video, did a video on it, and I've seen the madness. And you think America's not gonna get hit with these plagues back to back? Have a shortage? These people deserve everything that's coming for their ass, man. The Most High is not gonna let up on this world. The scriptures say for these things came the flood. You know? Let's see if I can find that. You know? This is they in the flood behavior. Like Elder Tazariak say in Texas, man. People in that flood behavior, you know, they just do as thou wilt. Do whatever you want. You know, these damn trannies. The Most High is doing this exactly for the right cause because He's just. And these people are acting unjustly towards Him. You know? Because the whole world is corrupt, man. Let's see if I can find this. Let's see. This is one of my favorite scriptures. Sirach 40:10. It says, I'm starting at 9. Sirach, all of the scriptures is my favorite, but y'all has the book of the life. But here it is, Sirach 40:9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities and famine, tribulation and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. All right? For their sakes. Whose sakes? The world. All right, they're practicing homosexuality, bestiality, committing adultery, stealing, killing, robbing, okay, lying, you know, blaspheming the Most High. That's why when He's come, He's going to convince all these gainsayers of all their hard speeches, which they have ungodly spoken against Him. Like, nigga, he gonna let loose on them, cause He a long time holding His tongue on you niggas, man. You know, in this flood behavior. That's why the Lord's sending these plagues. That's why He's doing all these things. All things, read it again, Sirach 40:9, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities and famine, tribulation and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. This is why all this is happening to this place. Okay? You know, this is why he's popping up. Snakes, you know, and children playgrounds. And it's only going to get worse, man. Because you people behave in an ungodly manner. So the God that is the highest above the one that's in power is going to take this man down. Matter of fact, let's end it with that. I'm pretty much done with the article. Let me see. Is there any more? I think we got to the fifth, which was the heat. You know. And I'll post it in the description box. you know. But this thing is, man, we almost out of here, man. The Most High, he's looking down at this place with disgrace because he's angry with the wicked every day. Ecclesiastes 5:8, if thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, right? We see Esau, you know, he's treating the people as like shit, kicking them out of their houses, you know, telling them they got to get a jab and all this madness. You know, he's twisting judgment. He's putting transgenders as the forefront of everything. Like they're the ones that need rights. They're the ones that's disregarded in society. That's perverting of judgment and justice, man. When they're supposed to be put to death, man. I know I'm all over the place, but this is why one of the plagues is coming. All these plagues is coming. Just like how he did into Egypt, man. This is the place that is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why? Because they practice everything that Sodom and Egypt done. It says, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Esau is in a state of high power, but the Most High put him there, and the Most High is higher than him. Scriptures say, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. The Most High is letting Esau fulfill his judgment. You know, he think he's going to get away with all this stuff, but he's not. He's on his way out. But that concludes the lessons. Akian Walk. Just another news update. 5 bizarre new plagues that have made headlines in the United States within the last 30 days. Not in the last month, year. No, last month. Not in the last, 2 years. No, we talking about recently, 4 weeks. The Lord is moving, man. Lord is moving. Call all Yahweh Shemi Awashai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Mawaf Lababal. Shalom.